Hello, chemists. We're going to go a little vintage today. And I'm going to start out by showing you this chemistry lab set that is new and not new. This is from, oh, this is funny. Look at this. This box is steel, unlike most things are plastic, right? And right there, steel, and it's like Steelers, so perhaps this is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or perhaps it's from Chicago, Illinois. So this box, Skillcraft is the brand. I have no idea if they are still in business anymore, but they created and sold this chemistry lab set. Okay, so you might be wondering, why is there this photo here that is taped over the kid's face who's behind this photo? Well, this is me when I was in about second grade. Maybe it was first grade, I'm not sure. It's whenever you lose your teeth. Look at this shirt, oh my gosh. So this is true vintage, and we have a couple boys here, and look, they're pouring things into test tubes. And my brother thought it would be cool if he took one of my school photos and taped it here, because I am a chemist, and at that point, I guess I was a budding chemist. I didn't know I liked chemistry yet at that point, but I did know that I loved science. So let's take a look at the warning label. It's always funny seeing warning labels on vintage things. You know, sometimes they didn't have them, so I'm actually kind of impressed this has one. We've got warning, big letters. This set contains chemicals that may be harmful if misused. Read cautions on individual containers carefully. Not to be used by children, except under adult supervision. Okay, good. That, I'm glad. I don't know what year this was, but I'm glad they were doing that. Okay, so let's see what's inside. Open the, I do love how this is all metal, right? So we have one of these metal latches here. Okay, let's open it up and see. Like I said, this is completely unopened. So we're going to just take a look at what's inside. I'm not going to open this because, I don't know, I feel like it's not time. So, let's see. Skillcraft. Okay, so they do have an age range, 9 to 12. See the back of this card for instructions on storing small parts. Oh, that's kind of handy. Okay. I don't know if I can get this out. But check this out. They gave us some Pyrex test tubes. So these are, Pyrex is glass. It's got boron in it, which makes it more durable with high temperature and temperature changes. I would venture, I guess, that any chemical or chemistry sets you get nowadays, it would all be plastic. So that's pretty cool. It's Pyrex test tubes. See them better here. And these caps here in the way that there's our test tubes. Looks like we have some chromatography paper. Here's a test tube holder. There with it. 100 experiments. So, down here, we have the booklet. Once again, I don't want to completely open this up, but I might be able to extract the book. This would be cool. Okay, I'll try that in a minute. Let's look at what else they have. Over on this side, we've got blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. You can actually have pH paper that doesn't need to be one or the other. It depends on how the paper was made and what dye is on it. So with blue litmus paper, it has a dye on it that if you put it in an acidic environment, then it turns pink. And so you're able to see it really clearly, blue versus pink. With the red litmus paper, which actually looks more pink than red, if you put it in a basic environment, you will see it turn blue. So let's see what else we have here. Ammonium chloride. This is actually not too toxic. Some of these we're going to see are kind of toxic. This isn't too bad. Neither is calcium chloride. These are all things that you would actually find in the environment, in soil, in water, inside your body even. So, of course, anything that's at high concentrations can be a poison, right? But these are not particularly poisonous. There's still warnings, so that's nice. Little alcohol lamp. So I guess this is trusting that you can make a fire and do something with the fire. Let's see what else. Oh, look, they are touting the fact that it's genuine Pyrex test tubes. Look at what this can do. Make soaps and inks. Magic tricks. Okay. I would venture to say it's not magic, it's science, but I love this. Crime detection. This is before CSI, right? Pretty cool. Test your foods. I don't know about that. We don't want to be mixing any of this with things that we would be eating or be tempted to eat, or perhaps you leave the room and someone else comes back and eats it. No. What else? Test the textiles and test the dyes. All right. So what else do we have here? Okay, we've got cobalt chloride. Cobalt chloride, quite beautiful. If we opened this up, we would see pink crystals in there. But cobalt in high concentrations, and if you run it down the drain, it is soluble. This is dangerous to aquatic creatures. So if cobalt chloride is run down the drain and goes into the sewage system and then goes into, say, a nearby stream, that's really very toxic to those poor fishies and other aquatic organisms. So I hope cobalt chloride is no longer included in these kinds of chemistry sets. Manganese sulfate. Okay, so manganese, this is not magnesium, this is manganese. Manganese is a transition metal, and once again, you need to be more careful with the transition metals than with the S block metals, such as the calcium and the magnesium, which are more prevalent in biological systems and the environment. So I would venture a guess that this is also not included in current chemistry sets. Neither, I would think, is ferric ammonium sulfate. Now, this is iron that's in here. Iron, of course, is prevalent in our bodies, and hemoglobin, myoglobin, and iron sulfur clusters, which is part of the electron transport chain, which is part of our metabolism, and things like that. So, still, iron at too high a dosage, not good. So, again, we want to be careful with that. And now, acetic acid. This is vinegar acid. As long as it's not too concentrated, that's not too bad to have in one of these kits. So I'm not too concerned about that one. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, phenolphthalein solution. This is a dye. It's an indicator dye that can help us decide what the pH of something is. And if you use it in small amounts, I don't know why they give you this much. This is way too much. Then it's not too bad. So I'm assuming this is for acid-base chemistry that they do. Sodium ferrocyanide. What do you think about this one? Okay. Please, I hope they do not include these anymore. There's no way. There's no way that they do. But I did want to point out that they misrepresented the formula here. They put CN with a small lowercase n. That's supposed to be nitrogen. So, yeah, you should have had a chemist check this over. Skillcraft, folks. All right, what else do we have? Sodium silicate. Okay, so silicon, it's in glass, and for the most part, it's not very reactive, and it will just go right through you. That said, I don't know enough about this to really say whether this should be included or not, but apparently it was back then. So, and then we've got sodium carbonate. All right, sodium prevalent in the body and the environment. Same with carbonate. Carbonate is actually a part of our natural buffering systems in our blood and our bodies. So this one is pretty fine, pretty innocuous. So that's our little tour of this vintage chemistry set. That I have enjoyed this journey as much as I have. Very fun just exploring what they did back in the day. So close it back up. Latch it back up. Again, I love the metal. Alright, so next video we'll probably be doing more calculations or explaining concepts, theories in chemistry, but just wanted to show you this. I love this that I have. I've had it for many years, and maybe one of these days I'll open it up. We'll see. All right, until then, let me know what would be helpful for you. If there are any problems you'd like me to go over with you, for you. And as usual, I encourage you to share this channel with people you think would benefit from learning chemistry in a very slow, methodical, mellow environment. Especially those who might be worried about chemistry or anxiety, or maybe you just want to go to sleep to a little bit of chemistry. All right, until then, take care, and I will see you next time.